it up with my eyes closed like Pat Mahomes. Red flag, I send him home. Hail Mary, I send him long. Another touchdown.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Tremaine Edmonds. He's been a core contributor all season, approaching 90 tackles for the year. It's the Bears and the Huskies, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Huskies of Anchorage. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, look at this Anchorage team entering play. They come in just in an absolute free-fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go here in Anchorage. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been...
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Open man is Tucker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, right back to Herbert. And he'll get this down to the 48-yard line.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run with Herbert. There he goes, left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And Murray's going to keep this. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Bears are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pushing his way through. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. If this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Up the middle they go. McLaughlin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he whips that one incomplete there. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
On third down, it's McLaughlin. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. He's going to try and do this himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Huskies are once again back in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Herbert. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Now, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I will continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now here's Here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Tucker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try to run this one in. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Huskies will extend their lead here just before halftime. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. Cooper Kupp, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes.
Okay,
this has
Coach,
certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
No fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people call this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Again, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Herbert once more. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a give to Herbert. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff for Herbert. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Read option. Here's Herbert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 2nd down, they go back to Herbert. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Touchdown Bears! DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
At the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tucker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Up the middle. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. They'll set up a throw. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So now the Bears down 17-14, a little under 2.5 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Murray now on 1st down. Into space at the 45. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Murray to throw. And he's got this down to the 35.
And what a big play, because now you're guaranteed at least a shot at extending this one. He had the 40-yard line picked out as his bare minimum to give them some kind of a game-tying attempt, and he got there. Excellent determination on that scramble, and it might just help him snatch away a victory.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what...
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Chicago.
Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there, because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now the story changes. Trailing by 4. A little under 30 seconds remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll be taken down, as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. Back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. He'll look to throw. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock a more pressing factor. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And that one too wide and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Bears, it was too little, too late as they finish off the regular season with a mark of 7-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Anchorage, there will be no shortage of players and staff probably ready to distance themselves from this mess, as it is a 1-16 final record. And you have to imagine that there will be some big-time house cleaning to do, possibly starting as early as tomorrow morning. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game.